I'm Shay Russell for mining.com.au, and joining me today is Philippa Leggat, the Managing Director of Critica Limited. Philippa, welcome back. How are you?
I'm great, thanks, Shay. Lovely to be back with you.
It's lovely to have you back on, especially as there's been a lot of changes that's happened with Critica since we last spoke. Tell me, what are some of them that have unfolded in the recent weeks?
Well, we have changed everything, right? We changed the company name, huge number of resolutions to change our focus. We've refunded the company, and we've put a new strategy in place, which is really all about focusing on Jupiter, which is our clay-hosted rare earths project in Western Australia. We've had phenomenal results out of that project. It is the primary target of our broader Brothers project, and it's all about moving that asset forwards because we believe it has such phenomenal potential. So work programs, we've taken all that cash we've raised, we've set it into work, and mostly it's about drilling and then metallurgy. The drilling, we've done some regional work, which is, we're here to talk today about some of those regional discoveries we've made, so we'll get into that. Then coming up, we've finished the high-grade drilling program, which is about increasing the continuity and the comfort in that continuity in the high-grade areas as we head into the maiden resource, which is due out at the end of this year, and we're all on track to deliver that. And then there's the metallurgy. Now, that's the thing that everybody's waiting for. Where are the results? Where are the results? They are coming. This is a big, very special project. And what I can say is that the enormous amount of work that we've done in getting to grips with our mineralogy, which is what minerals host our rare earths, that work is paying off. Because while we don't have metallurgy results to announce, I can tell you that the tests, the samples, are performing the way we expected them to. And that is really, really exciting for us. You always want to see that happening in the right direction because it means you're on track, and that's a huge win. So when it rises to the level that we can announce something, I'm really looking forward to that. In the meantime, I can tell you that the minerals that we've identified that host our rare earths are familiar. They are known for their commercial potential. And I'll just leave it there.
Ooh, cliffhanger for me, because I'm dying to hear more information about the metallurgy. We can't talk to that yet, but we can talk about the announcement that came out on the 17th of October. This is multiple discoveries near Jupiter. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Philippa, but this is now 5 discoveries for less than $100,000. Now, in all of my career, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
No, I haven't either. And I tell you, all hats off to the team. They are absolutely stunningly, amazingly wonderful. What we have here is a team that have taken the knowledge gained from Jupiter and gone into areas where there is no drilling. And our first pass, reconnaissance drilling, air core drilling, has delivered five discoveries, 5 new targets for 100 grand. Now that's amazing. And if you look at the scale of them, that's the other thing we haven't particularly highlighted, but it's worth noting that we're talking about 7 or 8 Ks in strike length. Now Jupiter is 6 to 7 Ks in strike length in both directions. So we're talking about phenomenal scale, and given the proximity of these things, but also the distance that they cover, we're talking about provincial scale mineralized system. That's a very big deal. And think what it gives us, right? Optionality. What do you want in a project? Pick the best areas before you go mining. Where's the highest grade? In rare earths, where's the very best basket? The mix of your suite of products at the end of the day. We've got high values of neodymium and praseodymium at Jupiter, but things like dysprosium and terbium are highly sought after heavies, and they're really hard to find. The discovery we announced in September, those first 2, we were starting to see 34% of magnet rare earths, those magnetics, because of the higher levels of dysprosium and terbium. That'd be quite nice to add into our product suite. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Optionality is good. Provincial scales, great. Take it all.
The Jupiter project and now its surrounds continue to go from strength to strength, yet the junior end of the market is having a bit of a rough time, and obviously Critica is also affected by this. Do you have any sort of insight to what might be impacting this sector of the market?
Well, yes, the market generally and us specifically, right? I mean, none of us are immune to what's happening in capital markets. They've been really tough of late. And I think, unfortunately, you can track that across the broader junior sector. There are a few having standout wins, but for the most part, everybody's suffering the same fate because of the challenging capital markets that we find ourselves in. And I think it's important to recognize that we foresaw this, we expected this to happen. It's why we raised capital when we did. And thank heavens we did, because it would be so much more dilutionary to have to do it now. And instead of that, we're just getting on with our work programs. We've got phenomenal news flow, and we've got a whole lot more coming. So we're not suffering that fate, even though the market is so rough. So we can ride this out, and it will turn. On from that, shareholders wanted us to do an unmarketable parcels tidy up. They approved it at our general meeting, and we've got that underway. Those shares are being sold into the market, which we've announced, and it'd be lovely when that overhang's gone. But at the same time, look at the volumes. A lot of companies in these capital markets don't have the backing to have the volume that's being traded, and we do. So it's interesting to see who sees this as a buying opportunity and is picking up that stock. And I think the last factor is rare earths pricing, which has obviously been really depressed. The Chinese were flooding the market to try and maintain their control position. Even they've come out and said we can't continue operating at a loss, so they've loosened their strings just ever so slightly. And we're starting to see an increase in the pricing, for example, on the NdPr price. A few months ago, that was sitting at $50 a kg. It's now up to 65. So in just a few months, that's risen 30%. Great for us with our high levels of NdPr at Jupiter. But we fully expected that. It's part of our strategy. Buy in, get in while something's low, because it gives you all the optionality to run as the pricing market increases. And at some point, this will turn. It'll be in our favor, and we will go, ta-da, here's one we prepared earlier.
Philippa, it's great to see the successes that Critica is having through their projects, even if it isn't reflected in the share price. Yes, the good times will follow the excellent hard work that the management team has put in at Critica. Listen, thank you so much for being here today. I always enjoy an update about Jupiter, and now it's satellites deposits. Thank you so much. It's been great.
Thanks, Shay.